Hi, welcome to this 8th session on the shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. This session we are going to see the shortcut keys on edit complete cells, editing the complete cells. If you have not watched all the 7 videos, I will share all the 7 videos link on the description, as well as whatever the shortcut keys we are seeing on the sessions is displayed on the description. You can download the shortcut keys also, right? So let us move on. Now we have a small table available here. Suppose I want to fill, let me scroll down to the bottom. The bottom I want to fill the same values which is available on the top. I want to fill the same values. So you can use a shortcut key Control D. D means down. Whatever the values available on the top, I want to copy it on the bottom, down. So you can press Control D. So whatever the values available on the top, it is copied on the downwards. Okay, for example, if I selected the entire table, I am selecting the entire row and one more row on the bottom also. Now if I press Control D, the entire values is once again copied on the bottom. Control D. This Control D is used not only for copying your values, even it can be used for copying your formulas also. You can write a formula and you can copy the formulas and downwards also, right? For example, I go to the second sheet. Now I am going to write a formula. For example, this quantity into rate, I am going to write a formula here. Equal to, I am writing the formula quantity multiplied by rate, and this formula, I want to copy this formula and downwards. So you can select it and you can press Control T. You can see the same formula is copied on downwards. Whatever you have selected, the entire cells, the same formula is copied on downwards. So Control D is used not only for copying your values on downwards, it can be used to copy your formulas on downwards also. Correct? Same thing. Suppose I want to copy the same value on the right hand side. Same value has to be copied on the right hand side. Of course, you would have guessed that shortcut key. Down means Control D. If you want it on the right hand side, Control R. You can see the same values is copied on the right hand side. Same thing as usual. If I select the entire columns, multiple columns, and I select another columns also and press Control R, same thing is copied on the right hand side. Same thing once again can be used when we are using the formulas also. Let us go to the same sheet in the next sheet. This formula, I want to copy the formula on the right hand side. To the multiple columns also you can do it. I am selecting the multiple columns. Same formulas I want to copy on the right hand side here. Of course, while auditing the formula, you have to use some dollars or anything for this, which we will see in a separate session. There is a separate section of cell referencing. So using the dollars and copying the formulas on the right hand side and downwards, that we see in a separate part. Now we press Control R, you can see the same formula is copied on the right. So Control D and Control R is the shortcut key for copying the formulas or values on downwards as well as on the rightwise also. Correct? Now let us move on to the earlier one. Now I want to delete some rows or columns or a cell. If I place the cursor on some cell, I am placing the cursor on some cell, and you can use the shortcut key Control minus. When I press Control minus, it's asking shift cells left, shift cells up, shift entire row or entire column. So do you want to delete the entire row or entire column on shift cells left hand side or shift cells upwards? What the shift cells upwards and left hand side will do is, it will move your cells on the left and upper. Let me show another example for it. Now for example, I want to delete the entire row means you can select the entire row and say okay, the entire row, you can see entire row is deleted and one row goes upwards here. Right? Shift cells entire row. Similarly, you can select the entire column. If you are not selecting anything and press Control minus, it will ask what you want to do. Whether you want to shift the cells left or up or entire row or entire column. For example, if I select some values here and I select some values or one cell and I press Control minus, now what will happen if I select the shift cells left? You can say okay. You can see the whatever the cells on the left hand side, it shifted to the right hand side here, and what the data available, that is deleted here. That is shift cells left. Same thing, I can use Control minus. What will happen if I select shift cells up? So what will happen is this 1 or 2 will come upwards, this pin code CD will be deleted. Shift cells up. You can see it moves upwards here. One cell upwards and the earlier cell will be deleted. The current cell will be deleted, the bottom cell will be moved upwards. Okay, so this is for deleting the rows, columns and cells. If you are not selecting anything, just placing the cursor, and if you use Control minus, it will ask what has to be deleted and how you want to do it, whether entire row or entire column or anything. But when I select a column and press Control minus, suppose I am selecting this column and I press Control minus, it will not ask anything to delete the entire column. Entire column will be deleted. Suppose if I select the entire row here, I am selecting the entire row and press Control minus, nothing will be asked here, entire row will be deleted. Okay, so this is for deleting the rows or columns or a cell. Suppose I want to add a new row or new column or new cell. As usual, when you place the cursor on any cell and I press Control plus, once again it's asking what you want to do. Shift cells right, shift cells down, entire row or entire column. Now it is asking you to insert. Earlier it is asked for deleting. Now you can see it is asking for inserting. Same set of option is available, but now it's asked for inserting. So now what will happen if I select shift cells right and I say OK? You can see that one cell was inserted and the content available in the cell was shifted on the right hand side. Same cell is shifted on the right hand side. Okay. Same thing, Control plus, if I select shift cells down, so the same value, one cell will be inserted, this cell will be moved on downwards. They say OK. So now we can see that was moved down. Right. Same thing, Control plus. When I select entire row, the entire row will be, new row will be inserted here. If I select entire row, a new row is inserted, correct? And if I press same shift plus, if I say entire column, a new column will be inserted here. A fresh new column will be inserted, right? So this is without selecting anything, just placing the cursor. But as usual, when I select a column and straight away press Control plus, it automatically inserts the new column. And if I select a row and I am selecting one row, or even you can select multiple rows and multiple columns also. Select one row and press Control plus, one row is automatically inserted. Correct? Same thing, if I select 2 or 3 columns and I press Control plus, 2 columns should be inserted. Similarly, when I select 2 rows and press Control plus, 3 or 4 rows and press Control plus, 3 or 4 columns are inserted. Okay. This is for inserting or adding a new columns or rows. Now suppose I want to insert some comment here. I want to give some comment about this cell. So if you want to insert a comment or if you want to edit the comment, the shortcut key is Shift F2. Shift F2 is the shortcut key for inserting a new comment. So Shift, some keyboards you have to press Shift function F2, correct? If you press Shift F2, now you can see it's asking for a comment. Just I am giving a sample comment here. Okay. So you can insert a comment by pressing Shift F2. So whenever you place the cursor over, it will show you the comment. Now if you want to edit the comment or modify the comment, same Shift F2 can be used for editing it. Okay. So editing the comment, same Shift F2 or Shift function F2 can be used for editing it. Correct? Now I want to make a hyperlink. Anyway, hyperlink is once again a vast subject. We will see a small tip, a hyperlink. Suppose when I make a click here on a particular cell or particular object, it should link to a particulars. Suppose if I click here, it should go to the sheet number 3. So I want to make a hyperlink. So remember the last key for hyperlink, K, Control K. Control K is the shortcut key for hyperlink. Control K. Now there are various options available. As you told, we will see about the other options in the later part. Now existing file website, place in this document, create a new document, email address. We'll talk about the hyperlink in the other videos. Now I want to go to the same document, some other sheet, place in this document. For example, if I click on the sheet number 1, it should go to the sheet number 3. I select sheet number 3, in which cell my cursor has to move, A1. They say OK. So now it is hyperlink. So what will happen is when you place the cursor, you can see it shows the hand symbol. If you click, it moves to the sheet number 3, A1. The shortcut key for hyperlinking is Control K. Correct? And if you want to hide a rows or columns, earlier one we have seen how to delete the rows and columns. Now we want to hide the rows and columns. Suppose I want to hide a row, a particular row I want to hide it. select the row, whichever the row you want to hide, and you can use the shortcut key Control 9. Control 9 is the shortcut key for hiding the rows. Control 9 will hide the rows. Same, you can see that after the 11th row, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is hidden, 17 till 17 is hidden. Now I want to unhide this rows. So select the rows, 11 to 18 select the rows. Control 9 is for hiding. Control Shift 9 is for unhiding. Control 9 will hide the rows and Control Shift 9 will unhide the rows. Both the things you have to select which rows has to be hidden, which rows has to be unhidden here. Correct? So hiding or unhiding. Similarly, if you want to hide a column, I want to hide a column. Suppose I want to hide a column called as the F column has to be hidden here. Control 0. Control 0 is the shortcut key for hiding a column. But unfortunately, this key is available in the earlier version, but the latest one they have removed this key. No shortcut key for unhiding. No shortcut key for unhiding. If you want to unhide, no other go. You have to select it and make a right click and unhide. So hiding the shortcut key is Control 9. Hiding the column. Unhiding, no shortcut. Okay. The final shortcut key today. Anyway, this is also another very bigger chapter. Let me show you small tips about it. Suppose I want to extract only the first character of the name in some other cell here. In next cell I want to extract. We have an option called as flash filling. Correct? Flash filling, we will create a separate video about flash filling. Flash filling is a very powerful feature, a very useful feature which will work only after Excel 2013. If you are using early version of 2013, this flash fill may not work. Just I will show you a small tip here. I want to extract only the first letter from the names. I am giving some sample here. First name Shiva I am giving yes. Subramaniam I am giving yes. And you can use the shortcut key Control E. Control E is the shortcut key for flash filling. It will fill it in a flash. In a flash, you will extract the data in some other column. Similarly, the month name I am giving an example, and I press Control E. It has filling in a flash. In a flash, everything has been separated. This flash fill can be used for separating, combining. So many advantages are available in the flash filling. Anyway, we will see a separate video on the flash fill. And we will see in the next video, the video number 9, the session number 9, where we are going to see the next level of shortcut keys. See you in the next session.